that he knows. If he had to do it all over, because when he was at Colorado, they were the best bump and run team in the country in college. I mean, receivers couldn't get off those guys. Tight man. He said if he had to do it all over again, he's playing a multiple at 50 front, because you can always find more guys who can play up than down, and he's going to run a ton of 2-deep zone and cover 3, going to keep the ball inside us and in front of us. That's after everything he's ever learned. Right? Well, Kyle, that's what he planned on doing at Poway, because Poway High School, all Caucasians, high income, and they can't run. Well, if your outside backers can't run, it's pretty tough to play Bronco. Yes? So they had to run a ton of sky and hammer where the outside backer does not have the force. So either the safety's got it or the corner's got it. So they end up playing a lot of cover 2 and cover 4, which is quarters, or cover 10, which is quarter halves. But they ended up playing that. Why? Because their outside back couldn't run. But this year he's got 2 that can flat book it. So they'll be able to get back into Bronco. But you got to really think things out. Killing me. Whoops, probably helped me put the screen there. Well, I tell you, the one thing I've learned about you South Florida guys, you may not know squat about the agenda, but you know when it's time for lunch. Now, are you supposed to break on your own?
No, he's got food.
He brought food in? He'll spoil you, smack you. Stubby little guy, aren't you? Okay, here we go. On back. This is LSU, on back. Take a look at the left outside backer. I wouldn't kid you. Get on the guy's edge out there. Play it back. And he still got reached. See, he's too soft. Now, what's nice, he really made a good job of getting back. Can you play it back? 1, I don't like his stance. Play it back. You're right back to jackass that you saw last night. If you're an outside backer and you show me numbers, you're the human target. Boom! Get your pads over. Hide your numbers. Flat back. Look at this. This is hit me in the sternum. Hit me. I ain't picking on him. I just tell you, that's crappy. And you better, his eyes weren't low under his stance either. By God, I know one thing. If I got King friggin' Kong over me and I'm in Bronco Sky or Hammer, I'm looking at your stance. You know, I'm going to see you coming. Low eyes are big. But I do like you really fought to get back. To take a look at the back at the top, on back. Forces Bronco, you get tight end turnout. Shoot and lock out and squeeze back into it. It's the right outside backer. Play it back. Right there's the head bob. You guys will dig this. And pause it. Do you want to hop up here? This is something, I can't remember who taught me this. We've been teaching our outside backers this since 1972. When I was in small college, we used to eat guys up. The best outside backer I ever got to coach in small college men, he was from Samoa. Boy, if you want to recruit guys, if you don't know anything about Samoans, they have hearts of gold, but they're tough. You know what their idea of a good time is in Samoa? I'm not kidding you. You live in the next small town over, so I call you, right? Hey, I'm bringing my guys to go bitching. We come over, we have a fist fight, beat the hell out of each other, then they have a party over here. It's an exaggerated version of playing rugby. That's what rugby guys do. You ever played rugby? That was a great game, man. Same thing, you kill each other. That's what they do for fun. This kid was 5'6", ran 4.5, and this is 1972. He was 5'6" maybe. He weighed like 160 pounds. He could bench 380. His last game, Willie, in college, against St. Mary's College, the tight end is 6'7". He owned him. He's up there in that flat back stance. That guy can't believe it. This guy looks like he's playing a mutant. And he ate, the guy is strong as a bull, but this is the head bob. We want you to make plays. Yes? So I got tight end turnout. So I shoot and squeeze. Yes? As I bounce, there are no feet. There's no feet outside. Yes? Head bob and throw by. It ain't coming out here. Don't be robot, right? So he's on me. So as I don't see any feet after I bounce, as you use the throw by, as you pull him by you, bob your helmet under his cage. That's head bob. You can come right back inside to help squeeze it. It is awesome. That's just what this guy does here from LSU. I was jacked when I saw this. Stare at the right outside backer here. Watch him head bob back in because there's no feet out there. He'll head bob across his cage, he'll come under his cage, and there he is. Boom, he's still got his head to the outside back, didn't he? That's a great job right there. I'm back. Look at the outside backer. Pause it. A lot of people teach this. I don't like it in Bronco where they have him on a tilt. You see him tilted, angled? See him in a tilt? Why I don't like that is, one, if he goes down, I'm down, or he goes to the reach, you're basically tilted. You're basically fronting the guy up, you know what I mean? I'd like to stay square. This Purdue, out of a 40, play it back. Is that a hell of an effort? What, he gets turned completely around, but he knows I got the force. He does what he's got to do to get back to the outside. Look at this, unbelievable. He tackles him backwards. I put that on there because it's an effort thing. There he is again. Play it back, and there's your commoner in high school too. What got him in trouble? Pause it. If you get nothing else out of the day, and you teach this, and get your D-line coaches to teach this. To even have a chance against the running game, when you take a guy on, at the very least, you've got to get locked out first. What they want to all do, huh, Willie? That they want to shoot and a half locked. Then they try to shrug and yank, the guy smothers you. You've got to get locked before you start doing all that other stuff to even have a chance on Friday night, Saturday, or Sunday. So that's what gets him in trouble. But watch him try to come off before he gets completely locked out. Okay, snap it on. This is Notre Dame, Purdue. But that's a great effort, man. He just knew one thing. I don't know where it is, but I know it's out behind me. That was unbelievable. Take a look at the top. This scares me right here. Some people teach this. Take a look at the outside backer towards the play. On back. The force is Bronco. He shoots his hands nice initially, but then he lets go with the outside arm. See him? He didn't shrug him. On back. Boy, I tell you, that's scary stuff to me. This is Texas. I don't know who this is. I'm going to say it was Texas A&M, but I'm not sure. No, it isn't. That was the Trojans from USC. Irish. On back. Take a look at the backer here towards the play. There's the tough one. On back. That's a hell of a job right there. What we show in the training tape. If you get the T scheme, you better hit your eyes low. On back. Tight end down and tackle going wide right now. There ain't no pot loasing anymore, right? Get your skinny ass running right through his outside pec. Turn it back in. That's a great job. Hey, play it back. That's soup. There's the T scheme. I don't like his stance, though. But he turned it back in nicely, boy. Step the backer up here at the top. There it is again. On back. If you get the T scheme, use your hands when you run up to shoot and run him. Play it back. If you just put a shoulder on him, he's going to smother you, such as the tackle here did. Now, he still turned it in, man. But he should use his hands here the whole time. See him? But that's a pretty good job against the T-pull. This is Ohio State. Look at the backer to the right, the outside backer. On back. If you get T-pull and it is wide, on back, this is the greatest job I've ever seen. If you'll stop in a minute, Willie, I'm going to show you exactly how we show it to our players in a meeting, man. Knowing what you want is a stalemate. Yes, because this guy's huge. This is no lie. This is exactly how we draw it in the playbooks. And since it was him, I will just, yeah. Starting down, right? Run back out, shoot and lock out. Yes? Stay in positive shingle, shoot and lock out, pound. I want you to pound him to the other end zone. I want you to pound and take him straight, 65-35 on the outside. I want you to pound him straight to his end zone as hard as you can go. You know what this does? A, you get a stalemate or you get some kind of movement, just like I did on the big guy who last night. They gave me shit during the break about the positive shin angles because he didn't understand power cleans have nothing to do with drop blocking. So I showed, well, I mean, I did pretty good when I was going easy on him, right? Because I showed him the difference. Same thing, I'm telling you, you can take that 160-pound Jack Mason, he can go against that guy, he can own him. So when I get tight end down, the feet are wide, as I bounce back out, go get him. Shoot lock out and pound and run him for his own end zone. Watch what happens to the back here. This back can't believe it. Suddenly his tackle's ass is coming back at him. Watch what this does. This blows up the whole play. This blows up the whole play. Since this is already on here, if you haven't tried this, we got to make learning fun and we got to become better teachers. Yes? When I show tape, we never show it on a screen. We use a whiteboard. You know why? Then I can pause it, have the kids come up and show me what they're going to do, but they can really visualize stuff. Well, I shoot off the whiteboard. We don't shoot off the screen like I almost did last night. You know, the pen. Man. So let's start it over from scratch and check him out. There it is. Now, he didn't shoot and lock out very good, but I'll tell you what, he understood what? That guy's a moose, and I better run his ass for his own goal line. Look at that. He did. Look how that discombobulates the whole play. Play it back. That's outstanding in Bronco right there, boy. That's the tough one. That's the tough one. The T-pull. Wide. But that's a great job by that kid. How about them Buckeyes? Hawaii, I'm back. Woo, doggies. Look at the outside backer that forces Bronco. Eyes are low. Now, our guys don't just go zooming out there. I'm back. Our guy would start to take a two-step shuffle down. They don't there in the islands. That's why they hired Jared Glanville the other day, because they play shitty defense. Okay, I'm back. But what I do like, when he finally got the tackle pull, the feet are wide, watch him zoom up the field now. It's the only time you're going to do it, man. Zoom it. But he should have punched him better, because if you don't, you're still getting knocked off, because that guy's a lot bigger than you are. Golden Gophers in Minnesota. Look at the outside backer down here at the bottom. That's what we want. I'm back. Woo! We would like his head just a little bit more outside, but that's what I want right there. Except we'd like him to come down a little bit. I'm back. His eyes are really low. He saw the tackle pull with his feet going wide. Go get him.
Shouldn't he attack his outside?
Oh, I agree. I said his helmet should have been to the outside, but that everything else is fine. But that's a great job of taking him back for his own line of scrimmage. And see, if you get your pads under his pads, because how come you teach it this way? You're going to force the back to immediately cut back to tell the inside backers what's going on, or he's going to have to bounce like he tried to do all the way around this stuff. That is a no play. As soon as you get backs going east and west, it's over. Yes? Okay, snap it on. Okay, if you'll stop the tape and pop it out.